everyone. We're just gonna jump right into gameplay today because I forgot to do the parkour section off stream, and now we gotta do it on stream again. And I'm gonna do my best to do it as quickly as possible this time. No crochet detours. I 50% promise. My last week was chaotic. This past week has just been, it's been better. It's just been recovery of the previous week, really. I've been reading a lot of books. I can't go up that way, right? And mostly that. I've just been reading a lot of books. Damn it. I cannot talk and do this section, I think. Hi, Seal! Welcome! This is gonna be a bit, and I'm sorry. No, so bad. I just need to get this jump down, and I don't know why I have such a hard time with it. No! Oh, I should have. The parkour sections of this game are gonna be the end of me. We also have the one that's in the deep nest that I don't think I finished. Yeah, I didn't finish the deep nest one. I went to my local Pride celebration this weekend. It was fun for the most part. The only part I did not enjoy was the performances, and it wasn't because anything the performers did. It was the fact that I was in the sitting section. Like, my Pride had sections where you could sit or stand, and I was squarely in the sitting section, and people kept coming and standing in front of me anyways, and it was so infuriating because I'm in the sitting section for a reason. I'm disabled. If I wanted to stand or have people stand in front of me so I couldn't see, I'd be in the standing section. But I guess having awareness of your surroundings is a little bit too much to ask of people sometimes, and I'm still annoyed by it. I'd be less annoyed if it weren't, like, so very clear that there were sections. But there were, and people kept standing in front of me, and I can't stand for long periods of time, meaning I either don't see the performance, or I try to see the performance and I suffer and I don't see it anyways because I just end up hurting. It was very frustrating. So, I guess that's my disability PSA of the day. If you are at a concert or performance or like any really production and there is a sitting section or there's like very clearly a group of people sitting somewhere, do not go stand in front of them. It is so rude. Please be aware of your surrounding and fellow concert goers. They're here to have a good time too. Don't ruin it for them. I got a lot of free stickers. I just go there for the free stickers and candy. What if I do it from like here? I don't know what is so difficult about this for my brain to comprehend. Come on. No! Oh. This is gonna be a minute again. I'm clicking too early. Oh. You know what? We're gonna come back and do this later. I guess, what else do we have to go do? Probably a lot that I'm forgetting about. There's still the rhythm or timing section in the crystal area. I think that's gonna be equally as infuriating as this. Maybe even more so because the bench is a longer walk. Okay, looking at the big map. We also have all the ancient basin, the king's station, the resting grounds. Go to any of the creepy places today. Let's go visit our shopkeepers and do I have anything in the bank? I don't remember. I don't think we've been there in a hot minute. We're gonna go check with Bank Lady. Let's see if we have any money, and we're gonna go check with all the vendors. I also want to go see the charm lady. I don't think I have enough charms yet to buy the next slot, but I don't remember the amount that I need. So we're gonna go check with her. Bank Lady!
That's you, Gio.
I do not have anything. Okay, thank you.
Gio, Kalala.
Morning, Moth. I'm trying to determine what we're gonna go do today. be honest, I feel a little off and I can't put my finger on it quite yet. And I'm just hoping that, like, the ADHD meds are just taking a minute to kick in. But I don't know. The dogs woke me up early, so that might be it as well. Right, you don't have anything left. We need to find the storeroom so we'll have stuff again. Do you have anything interesting? I remember you do.
Va for nada.
Yes. I was doing annoying parkour and I said I'd do it off stream and then I forgot and I didn't do it. And I attempted it a few times already before you joined and then I determined we're not doing that for the rest of the day. A part of me wants to buy these, like, just to have them, but I never use them. So probably not. I probably shouldn't buy things I'm not gonna use. Charm lady. Yes, we're gonna go check how many more charms do I need to get another slot. I also guess there's the city section that we haven't been around much. Or did I finish what we could of the city section? I don't remember. Go in here. Charlie! Okay. I need 6 more charms and 1,400 geo. Thank you. I don't know where to get more. I'm betting there's a charm at the end of that parkour section. Oh, the trees! I forgot the trees were a thing we had to do. Okay, well that's our mission for the day. I remember where at least one of them is. Does it show it on the map? Was that one of the... Hold on. Do you show where the trees are? Yeah, it's the whispering roots. Okay, so there's 2, 3. Alright, let's go. Let's go do those real quick. It was, oh shoot, I forgot what the command was. Will you tell me? Controller? Keyboard. Dream nail. R. Okay. Thank you. Oh, I have to go get them. Oh. I should have taken out those guys first. All of them. No! Oh. Okay, it didn't reset. Is this like a time challenge, do you think? Do they disappear if I don't do it in a certain amount of time? I hope not. Clearly I'm not great. But I'm entertaining, and that's all I need to be. Oh, shoot. There's a thing in here. I did not know that. Give me the thing. A simple key. I was kind of hoping for another charm, but that's okay. We could use a key, I think. Anything here? Did I get them all? Does that mean I got them all? Yeah, I did. Awesome. Okay. And then the next one is in... Oh, hi Shadow! Good morning! Oh, that's a bit of ways away. Alright, time to make the trek. Go down this way. Shoot. Just give me a second to collect my bearings. This way. So we learned from the last one, I should probably clear the room and then activate. Is that everyone? Yeah, okay. And then it's R. Oh, shoot. It's this one, and then we have to go all the way there. Dang it. I don't want to go to the creepy place. Oh, but we kind of have to. Okay. When am I getting it? Oh, some good news. Right before stream, the scam callers called me again, and I finally talked to a person, and I'm off their call list now. Hopefully. If they call me again, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Maybe just scream into the void. Did I do all the sections? I think, yeah, it looks like I did. I know I have a tendency to just, like, I'll do the parkour stuff later because I'm bad at it. See, there's that mask piece up there, and I have yet to figure out how to get it. Apparently there's a way to drop down from somewhere else, but I haven't figured out where that somewhere else is. Yeah, because this doesn't connect. Maybe it's somewhere up in the fungal waste that I haven't been to? No. Stop it. There's... Yeah. Oh, come on. Work with me here, please. Thank you. Oh, no, wrong. I do wonder, though, does this do any damage to the big guys? I guess I won't find out. This way. Not this way. Up? No. this way either? What? Oh. I know how to play this game. I've been playing it weekly for at least 2 months now. Where am I going? This way still. Might as well take a break at the bench. See if our friend is still there. You're still here? Okay, feel better soon. I thought you and I moved on by now. I am doing okay today. I'm feeling a little off. I think it might be because the dogs woke me up early this morning, and I am not an early morning person. So, I just feel like the littlest bit, not wrong, but different. Aloy, it's okay, babes. Oh, babes, it's okay. I think she's having nightmares. She's sleeping on the bed right now. Because I might have to wake up early, but she gets to nap. So, am I going the right way? Yeah. No, don't you dare! This way before. There's just like a lot of nooks and crannies. Just want to try and make sure that I got everything I can. Oh, I did get the... Okay, I did get the worm over there. That's good. So we continue... Oh, right. Not that way. Not that way either. Oh, I could not see him behind that roof. Oh, no! Not fair. Stay down. Stay down. Okay. This way. go... No, not up here. And then just straight, just straight. Oh, come on. No! Oh! Okay, yeah. Drink some water. I am so annoyed that there isn't a closer bench. Good to stay hydrated in all weather. Maybe the hot spring bench would be a closer run back. This is the wrong way. Not dealing with the scamper guy. Oh. Oh, shoot. I keep forgetting about the spikes that are there. Oh, creepy crawly guy, go away, go away! Maybe that'll make for a closer... Shoot, that's... Wrong way. I went the wrong way. Oh, shoot. Okay. Down. Oh, no, leave me alone. Ow. Oh no, he's gonna... Shit. Damn it! Oh, we just lost all that money. I got cornered. Oh, God. Okay. It's so far to get, like, back anywhere. I guess there's the parkour section this way that we haven't done. We're gonna look up a map and see if there is a bench near there, because it's a little bit of a ridiculous run to have to do. I just want a full screen of the map. Bench there, bench there. You gotta be joking. No, I just want a full screen of the map. I don't need the wiki page, I just need the map. There's only 3 benches in the entire Deepnest, and I believe we found them all. The only one we haven't found is in the distant village, which would theoretically be closer to the... Yeah, there's only the 3. We found 2 out of the 3. There's no more. Assume the game dev would be nicer than that, but they weren't. Come on, no! Ah. Do you just do masks? Oh, you good. Thank you. Okay. Beginning? Really? You couldn't put me at that halfway point? took one hit. I don't know why it did, but be kidding me. I've been making that jump every other time, and I don't know what I'm doing any different. Yeah, if I do the dash thing, I just hit the wall, which is not ideal. I don't know what you want from me, game. I was making the jump before. What am I doing different? The spikes are indeed hardcore evil. This is the wrong way. Can I go this way? If I can make the jump. Than you, silverfish. Oh, so you know what I did yesterday? I finally watched the Devil Wears Prada because I've like heard so much about it and never watched it, and it was free on the YouTube Movies. By the way, YouTube Movies has a bunch of free stuff on it right now that is like worth the watch. But I don't understand the hype. I really don't understand the hype of the Devil Wears Prada, and maybe that's because I'm not a fashion girly. But it was a really popular movie in the early 2000s. And it was about a girl who kind of stumbled into a job in the fashion world as an assistant of like this top editor of a magazine. And this magazine person, Miranda, is just a straight up bitch the entire movie and never changes her attitude or learns or anything. And I guess the moral of the story was like, even if someone is gonna be bitchy to you, you should still be nice because being nice wins out. Or like, also taking your career too far and letting it like take over your life. I don't know what the point of the movie was, because like, not that I need my media media or movies to like hand fist me morals every time. But when you're telling a story, like, there tends to be a moral at the end of it, whether you intended there to be or not, because we're all humans writing stories, and your own personal biases and thoughts and feelings and morals do get imprinted into whatever you're writing. And I was sitting here like, so what was I to learn from this? It wasn't even really like that fun of a watch, because it was just watching this poor minimum wage girl get bossed around and told she's ugly and fat for like 2 hours, and she doesn't even get to tell off her boss at the end. She doesn't get to like get her comeback, because the way she was treated was terrible, and it was only used really as like for laughs. It was never acknowledged that, wow, that boss sucks and you should quit the job because it is affecting your mental health, because wow. But I guess because the boss Miranda was rich, she can just get away with it. Like at one point in the movie, Andy's the main character. Miranda is really mad at Andy, and so she comes up with these impossible tasks for Andy to do so she can keep her job that she needs to, you know, pay rent and live, which includes going to find the manuscript for the Harry Potter book that hasn't released yet. Reminder, this is like early 2000s, not all the Harry Potter books were out yet. And like, to ask that of a personal assistant is insane. It is wild. To give them these impossible tasks just so you have a reason to fire them, just fire. Just fire her. Do not do these mental gymnastics. You're just being cruel. And obviously through like some movie magic and like pure luck, Andy is able to get the manuscript for this unreleased Harry Potter book, and so she gets to keep her job. Why would you want to keep your job at that point? She doesn't even pay well. You're still struggling to pay rent. I was not the target demographic for this movie. Oh shoot, I am somewhere I'm not supposed to be. It was one of those movies that was kind of a nothing burger. Like, there were points in the movie that I'm like, oh, this is like where the moral of the story comes in, or like, this is where we're gonna get our comeuppance and like finally realize we're worth more than this and leave. And at the end of the movie, she does like leave. She does quit the job because, again, Miranda is a bitch, but she never calls Miranda out on it and is in fact kind of friendly with her still. And I'm like, this woman does not deserve your kindness at all. She, at one point in the movie, like, called you into her office to yell at you because you couldn't find plane tickets for her in the middle of a hurricane. That is an unreasonably bad request. That is impossible. Even if you had your own private jet to fly, like, no pilot is going to put an aircraft into the air in the middle of a hurricane. That is not Andy's fault. That is no one's fault. And you can't control the weather, so you're gonna have to accept the circumstances that you aren't gonna get that plane that you wanted. But instead of that, it leads into the Harry Potter story. Like, that was her punishment for not finding a flight. Or was that a different scene? I think that was something else Andy did. I don't know. It was a bad movie, and it didn't even really do all that much to like endear you to the fashion world or industry. Like, Legally Blonde kind of did. I don't know. I'll end my rant here because I'm just going in circles now. I don't understand the movie, and if someone else can explain it to me, that would be great. I didn't enjoy it, though. Oh, thank God. We did the parkour. God. Wait, is that it? Why are you just giving me more health? Why are you just giving me more health? That was all of the other... Please don't tell me I just did all this for more health so I can go back. Oh, I do have to go up, and it's impossible, and I don't... Game, you're no better than Miranda. You are the devil that wears Prada. Oh, I don't know what I have to do. Do I have to get on their head, I think? Oh, we gotta go through all that again. Okay. This game was made for people more skilled than I, but we will do it. I can never time this one right. Let me up. I also did watch Legally Blonde for the first time as well, thanks to the free YouTube movies. And I've gotta say, as a blonde, I wish I had seen Legally Blonde and not Mean Girls. Mean Girls did psychological damage to me, and after watching Legally Blonde all these years later, it undid it. It undid the Mean Girls trauma. Yeah, I'll take a drink. Or like, these are like the stupid randomlings of my, I think it was 3rd grade brain. Because my takeaway from Mean Girls was just all blonde girls are mean and bad people. And but I'm a blonde girl, and that makes me mean and bad, but I don't want to be mean and bad. But everyone's gonna see me like that. And then I became a desperate people pleaser because I thought everyone saw me as mean because I had blonde hair. That was not the point of the movie, but that was my 3rd grade takeaway of it. Legally Blonde was a way better movie and did not give me a small crisis of my self-image, so highly recommend that. And I do like Mean Girls now. I appreciate it more now that I have a grown-up brain. You know, a more mature outlook on life. I especially like the musical, the Broadway musical, I think is pretty good. But, don't show a 3rd grader Mean Girls. They're not ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. Show them Legally Blonde. It's way better. else did I watch that was on? I guess I'm just giving you guys movie recommendations now while doing this. There was The Help, that was on YouTube Movies. That was about the Jim Crow South, you know, right after slavery abolition. And I think it gave some pretty good insights. I don't want to say that was played up for drama, but like obviously it's a movie, some things are played up for drama. It's based on a historical fiction book. It is not a real story, but it is the reality of the South at the time. Good movie. Recommend. And there was one other thing that I watched. It was a weirder movie that I'm trying to remember the name of, and am now suddenly drawing a blank, and I can't. Okay. It was Miss something. I think it started with an M. Miss Maeve? Hold on. I'm gonna look it up now. Miss Meadows. That's it. Miss Meadows is weird. It was made in 2014. And it's a weird movie. I think it's a good movie, but it's not. It's for particular tastes. I wouldn't recommend it for everyone. The plot is slow, and it kind of just stays slow throughout the entire movie, which doesn't make it bad, in my opinion. It's for, you know, different folks. How did I describe the movie? So it's about Miss Meadows, who is like a Mary Poppins type character, but in the real world, she stands out. It isn't a Mary Poppins world. It is Mary Poppins just in a town living, but also not Mary Poppins because she has no qualms with murder. And you feel a little bit weird about it because she's not, like, going around killing innocent people. Like, these are people committing crimes, but you also feel weird because, like, yeah, it's a weird movie, and I will say at the very least, I am glad that. So obviously this character has like some trauma that's motivating her to be a Mary Poppins vigilante. And I am glad that for once that a woman's character's trauma is not SA. It turns out that when she was really young, she had attended a wedding and there was a shooting at the church during the wedding, and that was her trauma that motivated her to go be like a Deadpool type vigilante. And I was like, oh, that's actually kind of refreshing, because, you know, in media, like 9 times out of 10, if a woman character is traumatized by something, it's because they got SA'd as a child. No, I don't know why. Oh, come on. Okay, we did it. We did it. I went the right way. I think that's been the majority of my movie journey. Since discovering YouTube has free movies on it, and I do plan on watching a couple more. I just don't know what they will be. Okay, so I did that. That was enough. Let us go back and do our original mission of the dream tree thing. You actually know what might be better? If we skip the tree and we just go to the distant village and get that bench, and then come back and do the dream tree, because if we die in the process, at the very least there's a bench closer by. Oh shoot, go away! It's the wrong way. Anyone else been watching weird movies or just movies in general? Been watching anime movies? I don't watch a ton of anime movies. I only watch them if it's attached to a show that I've already watched. Mainly Gundam? Oh, nice! Oh, I watched House for a little bit. I think out of all the medical dramas, it's one of my preferred ones. It is not my favorite, but I just kind of tend to avoid medical dramas in general because they make me feel depressed. Let me get past. It's not even that, like, the medical dramas themselves are depressing or bad. Like, I really liked watching House. What made me depressed is, as a disabled person who, like, frequently has to deal with the medical industry, it's such a better world in the TV dramas. The doctors are so much more attentive and nice, and they actually get their diagnoses, like, that at least week, I think, is the longest. Like, it's hard to tell timelines in the medical shows, but I tend to think, like, I think House takes roughly at most a week. It took me, oh god, it took me 2, nearly 3 years to get my chronic illness diagnosed. Like, I would just go to the doctors for 2 years straight, and they'd just shrug and then go, well, we don't know what's wrong with you. Take these pills, and then the pills wouldn't work. It was like they were trying to diagnose my condition, not by running tests to figure out what it was, but by figuring out which medicine worked on it. I'm not getting anywhere with this, but I need to get past you. You're gonna kill me. Okay, let's try another approach. There's a way to go up, yes. Come on. I know when I was like really early on in my disability, like it was just starting to develop and actually start disabling me, I couldn't watch like any live action show or movie, period, because it would make me really sad and depressed because I just couldn't do those things that the characters were doing anymore. Like, I couldn't walk out my front door, and I still can't really, without, like, having a plan, knowing how long the trip is gonna take me, making sure I remembered all my my medical aids, remembering my cane. Like, it was just so much more of a process than just getting up and walking out the door. So I watched a lot of animated stuff because, you know, they're animated people, and it felt less depressing. They're like, well, of course, they're animated. By the power of animation, they can walk like normal people, not because they're just normal people and I'm not anymore. I have since gotten over it, though, and, you know, I did go to therapy at the beginnings of my chronic illness, and it helped a lot. And I can watch live action stuff again without crying. But I am well adjusted now. I guess just the moral of the story is we all start somewhere, and sometimes that somewhere needs therapy, and that's okay. I honestly couldn't really imagine my life now, like, as an able-bodied person. And I don't think I want that anymore. Like, obviously it kind of sucks having chronic pain all of the time. I mean, that is what chronic means. But, it is kind of just my life. And it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't know who I would be without it. I don't know what person. It says there's a bench around here somewhere. Oh, shoot. Enough. Okay. Guess we're going all the way down. Well, shoot, I got killed here a lot last time I was here because all the things. Yeah. Yeah, that checks out. Okay. I can figure out where that bench is. It's in the village somewhere. I just don't know where somewhere is. And I already, like, kind of cheated looking up to see if there were any benches in the first place, so I don't want to be like, where is the exact location on this on Google? We'll find it. We'll find it on our own. Where might go? This way. We had to go up and around. Oh, you know, I do have some, like, cartoon level discrimination stories from the doctor. Thankfully, only 2 out of, like, I think the 7. I've seen a lot of doctors, but, like, there were, like, 7 main ones, and only 2 of them I had, like, really sucky stories about. The first one was my first ever rheumatologist. I hate that man, and I don't know how he's still allowed the practice. I had my chronic pain for, like 9, 8 months. Like, it was nearly a year, but not quite a year of it. And so my primary care doctor obviously recommended that I go to a specialist to get it looked at. So I went to the rheumatologist, and the first person that examined me was actually a med student who was there, like, you know, being a med student and doing the initial exams and giving their opinions, and then the doctor would come in and, like, either agree or disagree with their opinions. And so this med student, she was so nice and lovely, and, like, she asked me questions and actually took me seriously, and I was like, this is a really good experience thus far. What I did not predict was that the doctor she was training out there was an absolute asshole. Uh, there's no nice way of putting it. He came in, he took one look at me, and he was like, "You're too young to be having these problems." And I'm like, well, if that were true, I would not be having these problems. Believe me, I wish that, you know, it was such thing as to be too young to have chronic pain, and then I wouldn't have it. But yet I am here. And he's like, well, maybe you should just try some yoga first. And I'm like, been there, done that, buddy. That is way cheaper than coming here to make you do exams. Believe me, I don't want to be here any more than you want me to be here. And he kept just insisting that, like, no, only old people have your type of pain. You can't. And I'm like, he's gonna be a waste of money to run all these tests. I don't want to run all these tests on you. And oh, we found the bench. Okay, and I continue my story. So I did talk him into doing the tests, because I was like, I'm not leaving without you at least drawing some blood. Like, I do. Oh, this is the, we already went through here. Yeah, we went through here already. It has the grave site. Okay. I know where we are. Anyways, so he very reluctantly runs the test that I ask him to, and asked me to come back in a week for the results. I knew he was going to be an asshole when I came back, but I needed the results so I can take them to a different doctor and just never come back again. So I brought Orpheus with me. For those of you who don't know, Orpheus is a black man, and I am very, very not black. I am as white as you can get, naturally. And so we walk into the office together because I'm bringing backup with me, and this doctor looks at Orpheus and me and goes, "So is he your brother?" No, no, he's my friend. We live together. He's not my brother. And he goes, "Oh, so dating." Not what I said. We're just friends. He's just here for moral support. He's like, "Oh, so then brother and sister." I'm like, "You know what? Fine. Sure. Yeah, we're brother and sister. If that's what it takes to make this interaction go quicker, sure." Sure we are. And then he spent the rest of the appointment talking at Orpheus. Like, he would ask Orpheus questions about me while I was sitting there. And Orpheus, like, did his job well. He did what he came to do. And every time the doctor was like, "Well, on most days, like, how is she feeling? Is she like a 10 out of 10?" And then Orpheus would look at him and go, "I don't know, why don't you ask her?" And then he'd turn and he'd ask me the question and I'd answer it. And this, like, that was just the entire appointment of this grown-ass man asking Orpheus questions about me while I am there in the room. It wasn't like I wasn't even there. It was, yeah, it was very annoying and very condescending. And we got my test results and skedaddled out of there, and I never went back. And I left him a scathing review on any website I could find that rated doctors. I'm like, do not go to this man. He is sexist and ageist, and he just sucks all around. I hated him. And like, this kind of story you think is like, oh, this is the story people tell to exaggerate discrimination. Like, no, this happened. Yeah, exactly, Alex. It sucked. And I'm very glad that Orpheus came with me and helped out. And he did all the correct things. Like, he did direct the questions at me and kept reminding the doctor that this was about me and not him. You just wouldn't think this stuff happens in modern day, but it does. And I was just kind of flabbergasted at like how stereotypical dumb bully stereotype the entire thing was. Like, I didn't think he'd hit all of the check marks, but you know. Anyways, we'll get back to the game now. That is my doctor story. Unfortunately, Bob, it is not. No, it wasn't even an old white doctor. He was like a middle-aged to older Indian man. Yeah. What was the point of being? Oh, the tree. Unfortunately, the trick is just to not give up and keep insisting. And even when a doctor is like that cartoonishly bad, like the one that I just told a story about, you can still insist that they do the tests they're supposed to do and then just go to the next doctor. And I know, like, eventually you do run out of doctors to go to. Like, there's only so many in an area. But you will find someone. It just... Yeah, and then we get labeled as problem patients. My second doctor story that I have of, like, just pure 100% bad experience was my primary care doctor moved out of state, and so I had to get a new one. And this man did not like me. He, like, openly disdained my existence. Every time I came in, I was very insistent that he take me seriously and check me out properly and, like, do my medications right. And he didn't want to do any of that. This was surprisingly also another, like, Indian man. And the following year, he fully dropped all of his patients under 65, and he no longer takes patients that are not seniors. I don't think I am fully the credit for that. I don't know if I should take full credit for that, but I feel like I'm at least a part of the reason. I don't know. Oh, believe me, I've been to so many doctors. I honestly don't have a number anymore for the number of doctors I have been to and seen. And not even most of the time, it isn't even like a terribly bad story on why I stopped seeing them. It's just that my insurance changed, or the insurance they accepted changed, and then I had to go find someone who, like, was insured. Yeah, exactly, Alex. God forbid I know something about my own illness and body and actually, like, insist upon it being looked at. Have the audacity to pretend that, like, I am kind of an expert on how I specifically am feeling and doing, and maybe that should be taken, like, into account for treatment? I don't know. Why can't I reach that one? Go down again. I guess we're going down again. Like, any other bad experience I've had with doctors outside of those two doctors were just, like, they didn't know what to do with me. And they just kind of weren't willing to admit that. And I wish they did, because then I could have stopped wasting both of our time and just found a different doctor. But they needed the money and insurance and blah, blah, blah. So they wouldn't tell me, and I'd be stuck there with the doctor. He, like, had no idea what they were doing or what was wrong with me and weren't willing to admit it. And I don't fully blame them for that, because, like, they were 1 out of 5 options, and I'm not sure the other 5 options would have known any better than they did. They did their best. Not here again, not here again. Man, this space is so big. There's so many to get. How many did I have have to collect again for the lady? I don't remember. Come on. There's one up there. Should go back up and around. I don't want anything to do with you. Leave me alone, and I will leave you alone. Oh shoot! No! No! Oh, so close. Oh, come on. I can do this. No. Okay, that was close. I am still apparently missing some. Not like this is gonna tell me anything. Um, where else would they be? You know, if I leave, it's gonna reset. I cleared out this area. I cleared out the middle. Are there any more this way? This way. No, the tree is there, and it's still active. And I can't stop walking into the spikes. And I got all the things up here. It leads up and out. Where else? I'm missing like one or two at most. And I don't have any idea where they would be. Oh no, I need to get past you, good sir. I think they might be past him. I don't want to deal with him right now. I'm gonna... No, yeah, okay, that checks out. You know what? We'll do that another time. I don't feel like dealing with the headache, and I'm kind of sick of the spiders. Oh. I want to get up. Come on. This is a struggle day. Thank you. Okay. Probably should figure out where we're going first before going anywhere. Oh, it's 11:35. Oh, it's our scheduled break time. Okay, then. We are going to take a 15-minute break. And in that meantime, I will figure out what the heck we are doing. Yeah, drink water, take meds. If you haven't yet today, go to the bathroom. We will reconvene at 11:50. Refill your waters, yeah. And I will come up with a plan in the meantime. I will see you all in 15 minutes. Alright, welcome back. I have options for us to choose from. So, we still have the parkour section to do in the green path. We also have the Crystal Peaks rhythm thing. You know, the pressure plates that go back up and down? That is also another frustrating parkour thing we need to do. And then we have the resting ground in King's Station to go around and explore. There's also parts of the Crystal Peaks we haven't been to yet. Crystal Peaks it is. Real quickly, I'm gonna go just die over here and get the soul back. Come on, mosquitoes. You've never killed me before. Now's your chance. And then off to Crystal Peaks we go. Oh, come back. Come back. Come on. There we go. Why are you... Oh, you're on a wire. I'm like, why are you now tilting a little bit, keyboard? Oh, did we not have... I could have sworn we have Nope, wrong button. We don't have a station over there. Oh, that's right. We'll go to the dirt smelt. Not the dirt smelt one, the Forgotten Crossroads one, and then come up from there. Thank you, good sir. Okay. And then... This is the wrong way. It is. I should have gone up another level. Oh. Maybe today is not the day I should be doing parkour things, but I've been avoiding them so long that that's kind of all I have to do right now. I've kind of like soft locked myself into doing the parkour sections because I'm fairly certain what I need to do is pass the to further along the plot and find the boss in the Crystal Peaks area. I have to do the pressure plates things, and I just avoided them because they're frustrating, but we gotta do them. I think we go up to the other bench, because I think that bench is just ever so slightly closer. And then we go throw ourselves under giant pressure plates for however long it's gonna take to make it through them. I did talk about this a little bit in the Discord, but a discovery I made this weekend while at Pride is I cannot do long lines for like anything. And like 5 years into being disabled, you would think I would have figured this out sooner, but I don't typically put myself in situations where I'd have to wait in a line, like even pre-disability, because let's be honest, it's really annoying to wait in long lines. But now I just like physically cannot. So what ended up happening is all of the food trucks at Pride had like a 20-ish, 25, maybe even half an hour long lines or waits to get food. And I was like, oh no, because these were my dinner plans. And very graciously and nicely, the fates allowed that there was a bakery stall that did not have an obscenely long. It was still a line. It was still like 10-ish people, but 10 people isn't gonna take 20 minutes to like order a cake. So I ended up having cake for dinner and then scrounging around all the free candy all the booths were handing out. And that was my dinner on Saturday. So Yeah. Not the most nutritionally balanced, but we made it through the day. And I have now learned that I cannot go to festivals independently. I mean, I can, but only if I have eaten beforehand and I'm not relying on the food there to be accessible. Because it most likely won't be, because everyone else is also hungry and trying to get food. And it's no one person's fault that it's inaccessible to me. It's just a fact of life that it is. Oh. Stop hitting me before I can even react. Oh shoot. Oh, oh, okay. I panicked and I shouldn't have. And it doomed me. That's okay, we're not that far. Like, this is one of those things where, like, it's inaccessible, but I can't think of a reasonable accommodation that would change that fact. I would just, like, need another person's assistance. Because it wouldn't be fair for, like, me to skip the line to get food while everyone else is waiting. And, like, festivals are fun to go to with friends anyways. Ideally, you would not be going like I did. So it isn't the biggest deal in the world. It's just something I have to remember for the future. I kind of hoped that this would take me further down than it did. But, you know, not a total loss. What really did annoy me at the event earlier, and I did complain about this earlier, but I think if anyone was on, it was only Moth and Baby Seal. I was there for the concert portion of the festival, and people kept standing in front of me, even though I was in the sitting area. There was an area that was, like, clearly labeled for people to, like, put blankets down picnic style and sit, and there were 2 other areas for people to stand if they preferred standing. And I was in the sitting area, and people kept coming up and standing in front of me. And I would try and ask them to move, but no one could hear me over the music. And so I was stuck there just seeing the backs of people who were standing when they weren't supposed to be, and it was very frustrating. And a couple of them knew I was there because they had to walk around me to get to their spot. I have no idea what was going through their head or why they thought that would be okay. It was so very annoying to deal with. And I ended up leaving halfway through the last set just 'cause, like, I was just over it. I was done. I was ready to go home. I was sick of people standing in front of me and not listening to me when I asked them to move. So, yeah, if you're ever at a concert and there is a sitting section, don't go stand in it. I thought this would be, like, pretty standard practice or knowledge, but apparently not. But, you know, I otherwise had a really good time. I got a lot of stickers, and actually figured out where my local emergency vet is. It is information I should have known sooner. I just, never really had the need to know it. Thank goodness. The dogs have been all good and healthy. But I met the local emergency vet people and a couple other local businesses. It was a lot of fun. I met a very nice hairstylist with like a salon booth, and I was like, oh, this will be really good to go to because for whatever reason, and I know the reason, but like, we'll pretend I don't. For whatever reason, like, the normal salons, when I go to like Great Clips or other like corporate type salons that are cheap, are very scared of cutting my hair too short, even though I prefer it very short. And they never give me the haircut that I want. So I'm like, oh, this is a queer-owned business. They will do what I ask them to. They will not be scared of cutting my hair like that. And then I looked at the prices, and like, good on them for pricing their work for them making a living wage. I do not have $50 to put into getting my hair done monthly. It is not within my budget, and so I think I'm just gonna have to deal with the Great Clips people for a little while longer until I can figure out how to get a raise or a better job. I have considered figuring out how to cut my hair on my own, and we'll say the results were not that desirable. And I'm sure with more practice I could do it and get better, but it's also like the process of cutting my hair itself wasn't all that fun. It was just stressful and kind of not worth it in my mind. Like, there are tasks and things that I like to do that are tedious and take a while to learn how to do properly, like my crochet, but I find that type of challenge fun. I did not find the challenge of learning how to cut my hair very fun. Alright, where do I have to go? Do I have to go as it's pulling up? Up, 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 up. No! Ooh, so close though. Made it, and I just walked. Okay, so I have to like walk into it a little bit and then dash. Not like that though. Okay, up, no, no, I can't. I don't like that even when you walk into it when it's down, it doesn't stop you like a wall, it just kills you. That's annoying. Alright. Up, 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 up. Nope, I cannot. Oh, this is gonna be frustrating. I need something else to rant about while I do this, or we're just gonna suffer together. Oh, I know in a previous stream and in the Discord, I've been talking about cosplaying my D&D character for the Renaissance Festival this year. My plans have changed. I will post a link in the Discord because I absolutely love this shop. It's a small business. It is a bit expensive because it's a small business and they're kind of designer clothes. It's called Mochipan, and they make these, like, themed clothing. And they made a mushroom dress, and I had been waiting 2 years for this dress to restock, and it finally did. And I was like, oh, I have to buy it. I will not admit how much credit card debt I went into to buy the dress. Suffice to say, probably wouldn't have bought it if it weren't for the, like, how quickly they sell out. but it's this little mushroom dress, and I am so excited to wear it to Ren Fair, and I'm building up the courage to walk under this thing again. Oh, you would really love the shop, Moth. They have a whole line of cardigans based off different moth wings. I cannot believe I didn't think to tell you about it before. I love supporting small businesses, and I think this one will suit your taste just perfectly. I can do this! I cannot do this! Damn it! I was so close! You know what? Yeah, we're gonna... Hold on. I am not paid or sponsored and all that, you know, disclaimers. But here's the website shop, and I'll post it in the Discord after stream. And we're gonna take a small detour, because why not? Hold on, I'm gonna, set this up so I can do the thing we did last time with the crochet. I'm gonna look at it now, because, I'm willing to take any distraction I can not to go under the pressure plate things, so give me just a second. Alright, it would be in stock items, cardigans. I clicked on it. Why didn't you take me there? Oh, I have to do all. That is my bad. Cardigans. So they have an Atlas moth right now, a Sinbar moth, Deathhead moth, a leopard moth. They have all the moths. They have the green one that's really popular. Yeah, they're really pretty, and they look like they're made out of a comfy material. Hold on, I want to actually know what material the cardigans are made out of. For no particular reason. I will not go into more debt, I promise. Do this one. So it is a small business, and they are designer clothes, so obviously they're a little pricey. Sizing... No, we want material. Okay, so it is still mostly, actually kind of fully synthetic fabric, which isn't like the worst thing in the world. I just prefer cotton and things like that, but I guess cardigans don't usually come in cotton, which is fair enough. I think you would look amazing in one, Moth. I don't think you should undersell yourself like that. Like, let's see what they have. They have a pretty good sizing inclusivity, and should all things fail, just get one that's like slightly too big and call it an oversized, like, cardigan. It'll look good. I promise you, all oversized things do. Hi, Aloy. Good to see you up. It's just the trash people. They come weekly. You know this. Sorry, dog. I guess while I'm here, I can show you all the dress that I bought. Where are you? Dresses. I got this dress for Ren Fair and just for everyday use. I think that's good on a guy. I think you like, I know the models are women, but a cardigan is a cardigan. They're meant for all clothes are for all people. I think if I were a guy buying this style of cardigan, I would buy it a size up just because this is meant to land on like a woman's hips. And you might want it to land a little lower on you, but it would look fine. Yeah, so like it hits roughly at a woman's hips. So if you get, like, look at the sizing chart and just do it by your torso. Where's the index sizing? Front length, right here. You just want to look at front length and make sure it hits you on your hip or like on your butt or wherever you want it to hit you. And then buy the size that is in the front length that you want, and it'll look good. It's also a cardigan that's meant to look baggy and therefore is already made intentionally kind of oversized. So I think it will look fine on a guy. So yeah, just pay attention to the front length and also make sure that obviously the width and stuff also fits you. But that's the only issue I would see converting from a female model to a male model, is maybe where the length would actually hit you on your torso. Not me encouraging you to drop $100 on the cardigan. Yeah, I love this shop. It is so like niche, but also cute. And they also have a Twitter page where they put up designs for votes, and if enough people are interested, they will make the design and put it in the shop. So all of these designs are things that have like mostly the niche stuff is like the mushroom dress, the honeybee dress. The more everyday things they just make and put up, but the more niche stuff they will put on their Twitter for people to vote and show interest in, and if enough people show interest, they'll throw it up on the shop for people to order. It's so cool and I love it so much. Very nice shop. I highly encourage looking at Mochipan. They also have swimwear for guys and girls. That's fair enough. They also have swimwear for guys and girls, which I find really fun. Like, I buy gender discriminate clothing, like indiscriminately gender clothing. I go to the male and women's section, and I prefer men's swim trunks, and it is so hard to find like pretty men's swim trunks, you know, themed ones. They're usually just a solid color or they're Hawaiian print. And so I was so excited to see these options on the shop. And these are all intentionally made to like match the women's. So if I wanted to, I could buy the strawberry swim trunks and then like the bikini and the tops and bottoms would match. And like, oh, the day I discovered this was a brilliant, amazing day. And I am getting, they're gonna drop the B bikini soon to match with these swim trunks, and I'm gonna get that, and that's gonna be my swimsuit, and I'm so excited. Okay, that sounds good. They also have pre-order stuff, things that haven't yet gone into production for people to like buy before they go into stock. So there's this whole section. These are things that won the Twitter vote. I am debating signing up for this dress. How much would the set be? Yeah, that's a pretty penny. But like, when I am having a femme day, I feel like I would love to wear this dress. But I don't know how often I'm going to have a femme day. Yeah, it's so pretty. And I don't know. It's a lot of money to spend on something that I maybe might wear, because I am gender fluid, and so there are days that like the gender dysphoria hits, and I'm like, I cannot be a girl. I cannot be feminine. Moth, you underestimate my commitment to the style. I would wear this just to go to the grocery store. I would wear this for a doctor's appointment. I don't need a reason. Like, I'm gonna wear the mushroom dress out and about. I just thought I might as well wear it for Ren Fair because I dropped $200 on it. Anyway. Oh, they have shop by style. Oh, they have an entire section with moths. They have mostly been into women's wear, obviously, but they've been starting to break into men's wear. There was a pre-order for men's formal wear that I need to find here. Like this, which would be really cool. Honestly, anyone can rock any outfit. It's just the confidence. That's all that matters. You could put on the most, like, horrendous looking skirt with the most mismatching top, and as long as you look confident wearing it, people will think you did it intentionally and it looks good. All of life is a con. Just con your way through it. Fake your confidence. It doesn't matter. Oh, they have purple? Oh, it doesn't really show, though. That's because this is pre-order. That makes sense. A part of me wants... Oh, no, the purple's the bottom and the blue's the top. This is so cool, and I wish I had the money for it. I do not, but, like, this would work so hard. As, like, one of my mask days. And for formal... I don't have this kind of money, though, but if I did, I'd buy just all my clothes from here. But that's what thrift stores and sewing are for. Anyways, I've been distracted long enough. We probably should get back to the game that I said I was gonna play. Yeah, so that's my lesson. I guess there's been many lessons on the day today. But if you are confident enough in anything, people won't question it. They will not question you. They'll go like, yeah, that looks good, obviously, because you look like you're really comfortable wearing it and confident in it. And it was like when I started wearing men's clothes because dysphoria, I was really worried people would judge me or like clock me as like, that's a trans person. And so I was really nervous going out in menswear like the first couple of times. And then I realized that if I just like, you know, pretended to know what I was doing and act confident, no one questioned it. No one like gave me a weird look or pulled me aside or anything. Yeah, that person's rocking whatever the heck they're doing, and I'm not gonna budge in. It's when you're looking nervous and unsure of yourself that people like clock that and they go, oh, this is someone I can mess with. This is like someone who's doing something wrong, because if they weren't doing something wrong, they wouldn't look nervous. It's all about the confidence and how well you can fake it. And with enough practice, you can fake anything. Scam the people. We have to like... Oh, I'm so close. I mean, yeah, you should have more faith in yourself, but I think it's something that comes along with faking it. Like, truly, fake it till you make it. It works. If you just pretend you know what you're doing long enough, you'll believe it, and then everyone else will believe you too. Oh, I keep walking into it. It's also a thing. My whole philosophy really is just scam the people. But it's also my philosophy when dealing with anxiety, because I do not do well in thunderstorms, and I live in Tornado Alley. One might wonder what brought me to the conclusion that living here was a good idea when I have anxiety around storms. I don't have an answer for you. But a part of the way that I deal with my anxiety and keep it under control is I have fake, ungodly, and unearned, like, audacity. That I'm just like, yeah, if I wanted to, I could fight the lightning, and I would win. So the storm really should fear me, and I should not fear it. Is this logical in any way? No. Could I actually win a fight with Mother Nature? Probably not. But if I pretend for long enough that I can and do, then I'm less anxious about the thunderstorm outside. And it doesn't work all the time. Like, obviously, we had a tornado in the area in the last month, and, like, that, it sucked, dude. Oh god, that day was terrible. I was off the walls anxious. I was like, it was not great. But I think not many people, even without a phobia of thunderstorms, would not handle a tornado well. So I'm gonna give myself grace on that one. But for the most part, like, I've been able to relax a bit more and just chill out and hang out when it's just a thunderstorm. Because I'm like, yeah, I can handle this, I can do this, I can fight God and win if I wanted to, so why should I be scared of a little thunder? And I think that's just my philosophy going through life. I do know logically I cannot do those things, and I will avoid those situations to the best of my ability. But if you walk around with the confidence that you can or handle yourself like that, people believe you and they leave you alone. I think it's why Orpheus swears up and down that I'm a scary person. Well, let's be honest. I am a tiny bean. I'm like 5'2", barely. I am not winning any street fights. But if I walk around like I can and do win those types of things, people believe it, and then they don't mess with me. And then I don't get in those situations in the first place. If there's any bit of knowledge I can pass on to the people, it is scam your way through life. It is the only way and the best way. What else do I have to ramble about while I throw myself at a wall? For the next probably half an hour. Huh? Hi, babes. What are you looking for? Are you looking for something? Yeah, you can hang out there if you want. You're welcome. It took me way too long to learn this knowledge, and so I just want to spread it to the masses. Oh, the other dogs are outside the door. That's what you want. Okay, hold on. Let me either nearly kill myself here or get through, and then I will open the door for you to go hang out with Nile and Mirage. Oh, so close. a race queen moth? I don't think I've heard of those. Oh, I made it! I did the first one. Okay, the second one now. Yes? Up, 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 up. Oh, we did it! We did it! Yes! Thank God! And now there's more to do down here. Oh, but they're slower. Oh, a mercy granted upon us by God. Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna go let the dog play with the other dogs. And my model might freak out because I'm stepping away from it. Do not worry, I will be back in less than 10 seconds. Oh, we really only do have 30 minutes left. I kind of forgot that my stream ends at 1 now. I'm like, it still goes to 2. It does not. We end at 1. Okay, we just have to make it through here now. Ideally, I'd have more life than I do right now, but that's fine. These are slower than the ones on the top. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, that one's higher up? This is cruel. Oh, so close. And I'm gonna die over here, and I can't make it back to the bench because I have to go through that. Okay, we give it a go. We give it a good old try. Oh, so close. I just need to be a little bit quicker on the draw. I think instead of jumping just for the platform, I think I should just, like, run it across the floor there and then jump up. I think that would be my best bet. That was another thing that is specifically for Moth, but I guess will be fun information for everyone. One of my dear friends asked me to help them with their Ren Fair costume. They're gonna be a moth fairy, and they asked me specifically to help them make the wings for the costume. And so I will be posting updates on that on the Discord on how that's going. Yeah. Nothing is really constructed yet. We're in the planning phase right now. They're gonna come over this weekend and we're gonna do measurements and, like, figure out exactly it is what they want. But I'm very excited. My new crafting project. I'm also gonna crochet a hat and some, like, leg warmers to go with the Ren Fair dress for myself. So I'm gonna be a bit busy the next upcoming months because Ren Fair for me is in September. So I still got ample time to do things. I just have to make sure I don't overextend myself in the projects I am doing. But yes, Discord updates on how the wings are going. I'm so excited to do them. I've always wanted to make wings. I've never had the reason to make them before. So now that I am given this lovely excuse and also someone else is paying for it, I get to make them and I'm very excited. Okay, we cannot be scared of the pressure plates. We've done this once before. We can do it again. I cannot walk under them. Little other two dogs. I just need to go. I just need to do it. I can do it. Oh, I can do it. We can do this. I need to get more help. That was stupid of me and entirely my fault and my bad. That's okay though. I really do have a lot of crafting and sewing skills that I just need to put to more use. The only problem is I don't have my hoard of crafting supplies yet. I think I talked about this last stream, so I won't get too much into it, but basically crafting and sewing and all that is only cheap after you have bought a lot of things. Like, you know all those TikTokers and like crafting YouTubers and influencers that are like, oh, I just pulled this from my stock of fabric, so this costed me like 25 cents to make because of I had to go buy more string. Well, you had to go buy that fabric and string that you used before at some point. In reality, it probably costed you like, I don't know, at least $75 to make that jacket, probably more. You just spent that money like 3 or 4 years ago and the fabric's been sitting in your closet for like 3 or 4 years. And so you think you did it for free, but you really did it for like however much the fabric was at the time you bought it. And I don't have that stash yet. So it's not free. I have to go buy all the materials and it's not cheap. But I am excited for the day that I become a hoarder and I have all those stashes and then I can go like, oh, this was only $20. Oh. Surprise Mirage. I will go check on them when we're done with the stream. Okay, we made it through one, we can make it through the other. Up, 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 up. Oh, shoot. I'll just change the bed sheets. I think Mirage ran in here with his muddy paws and onto the bed. But that's okay. They're just sheets. I can change them. I do already kind of have a stockpile because I have extra yarn from my blanket escapades. And I'm gonna use that for my mushroom crochet. I already have the white, I just need to get the red. I hope I have enough just like, you know, left over from the blanket that I don't have to go buy more, but we'll see. I think I have enough at least to do the leg warmers. If not, the leg warmers and the hat. I just started crocheting, so I'm not as good at like estimating how much I need as I am with sewing. It's a thing that comes with practice and time and experience. Okay, go. No. Okay. We can do this. We got this. And then there's the second one. Oh, so close. I will say you might find me in the Discord call today because I need to like finish up the script for my Gundam video. And I'm probably gonna need a body double to keep me on track. So you might see me being social for once today, later today. Yeah, I totally got this. It's just a matter of time, really. That's all anything ever is. It's just a matter of time. You just gotta throw yourself at the wall like spaghetti until you get it. everything in life is really just a time sink when you think about it. Like, any skill you might need to do a craft or project is just a matter of time before you get good at the thing you want to do. You just have to keep doing it. And some people do pick up on things quicker than others, but everyone has potential to do just as great as everyone else. It's just a matter of like how much time it takes you in particular to do the thing. I don't know if that made any sense. I'm getting to there's a reason we end at 1 now. I'm getting to the part of the stream where I ramble and I think I sound like a mad person. You know, it's been a really weird, like, 2 weeks because generally in my gender fluidity, I am in the, like, androgynous to mask zone. But the last week has been, like, pure femme. I'm just, like, I am the most girly girl pop to have ever existed. I don't know where this came from. It generally doesn't come from anything. It's just whatever my brain decides what we're gonna do. So I've been having a lot of fun dressing up and being femme and girly. I don't know how long it's gonna last. But it's been nice to wear dresses again and not a binder. I really like wearing a binder and dresses. I don't know what it is about that just gives me, like, you know, that gender je ne sais quoi. But I've been, like, so extreme on the femme side the past week that I don't even wear a binder with the dress. I just wear the dress, which is what a normal person does, but not me. And it's been really weird. But I'm sure I will take a dramatic swing back into my usual androgyny in, like, another couple of days. That's generally how it goes. I don't tend to stay in a phase for more than, like, 2 weeks. I don't know, I need, like, a pie chart at some point. Like, and this is the pie chart of the gender this week. Oh, so close. It would be kind of fun to track and just, like, know statistically what I'm feeling. Like, I don't know. I think that'd actually be kind of cool. Maybe I will do that. I will science experiment myself. Just track, you know, the percent of time I feel androgynous or mask or femme and, like, how long the phases generally last. That might be fun. I don't know if it's a thing I'll do for, like, the stream to know. Ah, so close. I need to figure out how to get up to the higher platform. Do I have to? Maybe it's jump and then dash instead of dashing then jumping. I think that might be it. I'm sorry your Wi-Fi is dying. We will pray that it lasts, like, the 20 minutes more that we have. Just as I'm starting to get, like, kind of good at this too. But the dog will complain if I run over again. They complained last week when I ran over. Niall in particular was, like, very huffy at me that I dare go, like, the stream. I think it was only, like, 10 minutes long. He was like, this is the scheduled end time and the scheduled time that you come and give me cuddles, and I demand that you keep to our schedule. Okay, we got this. We got this. We can do this. We just throw ourselves at the wall enough times, and something will work. Maybe throw ourselves at the wall with a little bit more intention and thought behind it. Wrong way. Up, please. Up. Wrong way. We have to go up a little bit more. Yeah. what? This might actually be kind of a good stopping point. Because we don't have that long left, and I don't know, like, even if I make it through the parkour part, there's stuff we have to do after it, and I don't think there's gonna be a bench. So we might stop here, and I will just take us to just chatting. And I will open up the floor for Q&A, because I promised a Q&A stream on Tuesday, and then a bunch of stuff happened, and we didn't do it. Just close the game out. Yes, indeed, good progress, and we'll hope that my muscle memory sticks for a week, and then next week it will spend less time throwing ourselves at the wall like spaghetti. So I did put up polls everywhere on what everyone wants to do to like celebrate 50 followers. I didn't get much of a response, which is fine. I kind of expected that. I appreciate my audience. They are not the most interactive, but we're all introverts here. It is good. So, the only thing I have thus far... Oh, is it glitching? Why are you glitching? Why are you not moving? Hello? Did you disconnect? No, I don't want to do multiplayer. I don't... Okay, never mind. Go back. Okay, return. I clicked the wrong button. Oh, well, this is as good as time as ever to disconnect, I guess. Come on. Wi-Fi, should I be... It says it's on. Is it my phone that's not working? How long has it not been working for? My phone isn't working. Okay. I hope it hasn't been that long. It says it's connecting. What if I turn it off and on again? That is weird. Okay. What if we just like fully close both applications? My phone is moving and working. It's just not connecting to the computer. It's not a stream without Scuff. I guess luckily it happened in the last like 15 minutes. It's just a little weird. It hasn't ever happened before that my phone and stuff didn't connect. Yeah, now you're working. It just took a little reset. Okay. Weird. But it's fixed now, and that's all that matters. It looks like we're gonna do a lore drop for the celebration. I haven't quite yet determined what that will look like, if it will be like a stream or a video. I have like a ton of very ambitious ideas in my head and I need to curb them. They're not gonna happen in a reasonable amount of time. So I need to figure some more low effort things out. But a lore drop will be coming soon-ish. I make no promises. I keep saying the YouTube video will come out soonish. And here we are. I was working on a lore drop video with Orpheus to post on Orpheus's channel, and then we both forgot about it, and now we're both busy. So I guess I'll just do one on my own channel, and it's neither of our faults. We're just busy people. We just keep ourselves busy, and so we'll figure that out. I suppose. Any, like, Q&A stuff you want to learn now, Moth? Or anyone else? I know there's a couple more people, I think. I don't want to call people out if they just want to lurk. What could I think of that would be, like, a fun little fact? That is the question I get most often. I think you asked that last stream too. I the short story is YouTube showed me a bunch of rigging videos, and my ADHD audacity went, I can do that. That doesn't look that hard. And then I spent 3 months making this model, and it was 3 months of work, and I couldn't just let it sit in a computer file, so now I'm VTubing so I can use it because this was so much work. Especially the horns. Like, I know they're probably the most janky part of my model. They're a bit 2D looking, and that's because there weren't any tutorials on it. They're all the horns I could find were like straight up and down horns, or they were like really small and smushed to the head, so they didn't need special rigging like these ones do. I'm hoping in the next model that like I'll figure out a better way to do them, but I think they look okay for now. Also, the ears look a little 2D for me. When they move, they look more 3D, but I gotta figure that out as well. Inspiration for my character. I just like satyrs. I always have. My interest in Greek mythology and also Narnia just like really kicked that one into gear. I just like the idea of them, and I also really like drawing like horns on my characters. This just kind of a fun little element to add. And I was like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna make a little satyr character. I don't want to make a human. That's boring. So I make a demi-human. Yeah, so much fun. I do actually have some sketches of. Hold on. This was actually kind of a second iteration sketch of Iamos. I was trying to make him a little gender gremlin, and I think he still is. I think in the right clothes, he can look very feminine. I think he still pretty much draws the line between femme and mask. Let me pull up. Yeah, and we'll go back to the gameplay, and I will throw up my concept art on screen because I think it's very cool. So this was origin. Oh no, I don't want to image search. My bad. Oh, there we go. Oh, my bad. This was the original concept sketch for Iamos. A bit more on the femme side, and I just like nothing was particularly bad about the sketch. It just wasn't quite right yet. Like, I felt like he was under accessorized a little bit, and I also had to keep in mind that I would be rigging this, and so maybe the split open chest might be a bit harder to do. And so then, oh, I will have to cut that out. That was my bad. I want you to appear. Hold on. I can do this. And then I can find the other concept sketch without doxing myself by accident. So then let me just pull all these up in one go so we don't make the mistake again. So I will say that he doesn't always make the most like sense on a turnaround, but I did this. Hold on. We will go in the order of things that I drew. Where are you? So this was the first iteration. It was pretty good. I just like wasn't very happy with the colors. I felt like it was a little bit too samey, and also I had to keep in mind the dress rigging would be hard. And it just kind of felt a little under accessorized. And so this was actually the second iteration that I did, and I loved it so much that I kind of just kept it. I didn't change a lot from here to the final product. Um, I made this little symbol for him, and I decided since like I gave him a little sun symbol, he'll be like a demigod son of Apollo, which was really fun and cool. And so I gave him a bit more of a brighter color scheme and gave him more accessories, and I feel like he looks a lot better now than the first one. And so then I did some turnaround sketches of him. Um, the sashes really are the things that don't make the most consistent sense with him. Uh, I still haven't quite figured out how they would look in the back. I want them to look like this in the back, but that's not really how I did the rigging because in the rigging, if you see my little shoulder piece over here, it looks like the sash goes into the back and so would be covered. Well, we'll figure it out. I don't have a turnaround model yet, and I won't for a very long time, so it's fine. Yeah. And of course, I wanted him to have a little tail, so I did like a little color sketch of him with his little tail out. I think it's a little touch, and it's also just kind of good to see your character from different angles, especially if you are rigging them. Oh, I got a follow. Thank you for the follow. I can actually hear my alerts now. It worked. Welcome. We are finishing up the stream, and I got a question on what my model inspiration was. So we're going through pictures now because I did all my art for my model. And then so I did both of those, and then I started doing the final art for my model. This is my boy. I want you to be full screen. I just want you to be a little bit lower. Um it was a lot of work and a lot of detail, especially the freckles. I understand now why not that many VTubers have freckles. Oh my god. They're so hard. I and now I'm stuck with them forever. They definitely add a lot to Iamos as a character, and I don't think he would look right without the freckles. But man, are they a rigging nightmare. They truly are. But that was my own fault. And I also have the final model all complete and sketched. What if you had the model and the art style of the pic of you crouching? Uh, I guess it would work. I guess at the time, though, I thought this was a bit more, like, sketchy and not as professional looking, and so I wasn't entirely sure if I should keep that art style or if I would go with, like, my more professional, polished-looking one, but I think it might be fun to, like, do a model illustration of, like, my general sketchy vibe. It might be a bit harder, though, because, when you're doing 2D modeling and movement and animation, if the lines are sketchy like this and aren't smooth, it's a bit hard to connect them so they look right. In particular, with Iamos, I had a hard time getting his shoulders to look right and correct. They just like these lines right here were a bit hard to connect, and they're hard to see zoomed out. But you know, so this was my final model, and then I threw him into the rigging program. Oh, and I also wanted to show this. I made this little goat as like just like a mascot or logo. I think it looks really pretty and cool, and also is very different from my art style generally. I'm very sketchy person. I don't usually do bold, clean lines like this. But I think it's really cute, and I want to use it more in my logoing and branding. I just haven't really found the way to do that yet. But this is Iamos if like he were fully a goat and not a half human, half goat, and just adorable. I love goats. And we can go back to the just chatting screen, and I can show off the model a bit more, a bit better that way. Going through all my pictures. Here we are. And so Ivos for the most part is like fully rigged. His arms are just like a little not that movement, but I got all the clothes moving and all the jewelry and he does little steppies, and I love him so much, and it took forever. So much work, so much time. Yeah, so this is the full model, looking all around and moving all around. I'm not entirely the happiest with the steps. I do need to work on those. But for like my first time ever drawing and animating a 2D model, I think he's really good. I think as like, again, my first ever time doing this or making a model, I knocked it out of the park. It was a lot of work and a lot of time, but I'm happy with it. I don't know exactly what I want to do for like my next iteration. I've been having ideas. Like, I want a more dressed up version of Iamos, if that makes sense. I want like, this might be like his like casual wear. I want like a formal wear, but I don't know what that would look like on him quite yet. Probably more sparkly, let's be honest, more sparkly. I want the arms to be a bit more rigged and like moving than they are right now on the next model. But that means I need a better camera and a better setup so it actually catch my arm movement while I'm moving. I have many ambitions. Too many, really. I think what I'm most proud of, aside from the horns, because like there were no tutorials on how to do these stupid horns. Oh my god, it took so much time. I am very proud of the little dangly jewelry, like on his arm and his lower leg. He has those little sparkles at the end, and they do move, just barely. Hold on, if I can get them, like, yeah. I think that's really cool. There are obviously parts of him that are like better animated than other parts, and those are the parts that I actually had tutorials for. There is also not really any tutorials on the legs and how to do like, what are they called? They're not bipedal. That means you're working on two legs. What are the goat leg? We'll just call them. There were no tutorials on how to do non-human legs. So I also had to do that one up by myself. And I think you can tell on parts of the model where I had tutorials and where I didn't, because clearly the ones where I did have tutorials look a lot better and move a lot smoother. But that's just, you know, the trial and error of everything. I think for what he is and what the resources I had, he's really good. And I am still learning and messing around and trying to figure out how to improve and do things better, like the legs. But he's a good model, and he's my first one ever, and I didn't do that bad of a job. You know? Not to toot my own horn or anything. Oh, what else? What the other thing was really difficult? I learned there's a reason that most models have like really detailed eyes and eyelashes. Doing just these lines as his eyes was so hard and difficult because they actually, when you blink or close your eyes like this, they hide the iris under the eyelid layer, so they have those full lashes, so they're able to hide the iris under it. So I had to thicken them a little bit, but I didn't want to give him eyelashes, so it was just, you should KI a scar. Her eyes are something else. Oh, we're 2 minutes over our time. I should be at the ending screen. I just love talking about this because I spent so much time on him. I want to look that up first, though. I'm gonna look that up first. Niall isn't bothering me yet. So, what am I looking for? Yes. I just need like a clear picture of your model, please. Pretty please? She's currently working on her 2D model rigging. I think when I do the modeling for the next, when I do everything for the next model, I want to do it on stream and, like, bring people on the process. I think it would be fun, and it would be a learning curve for all of us as I do something even more ambitious than the first. I honestly shouldn't have done Iamos, like, as my first ever character. Because, oh, she's on stream right now. She's live. That's cool. Well, it will be in the future. I don't know when in the future, but I do want to go back to modeling and rigging again. It was a lot of fun. I just spent so much time on this when I have to use it for a while. It would be a waste not to. I should like make a list of things that I want to improve and change. I don't know what I want to do for the outfit. I've always wanted to be like, give him a bit more of a feminine outfit so he had like a mask form and a femme form. But I do like the androgynous look. So I don't know. I also can't imagine Iamos wearing anything else, probably because I like drew this and took so much time to, I just don't know what else he'd ever wear because I spent so long with him just wearing this. But yeah. I also want to do something where like his tail would be visible, but his tail is so short that you'd have to like turn him around to see it. I don't know how I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a nightmare to 2D rig it. It might be better 3D rigging, but that's a whole other ballpark. I don't know how to like sculpt 3D models. I just know how to draw. The outfit for my OC was based on Destiny 2 Warlock robes. Oh, that's cool. I kind of just loosely took from like fantasy Greek stuff on what I wanted Iamos to wear. I knew he had to wear a skirt because there is no way in hell those satyr legs are working in pants. And I also wanted to show the legs off, so no pants, only skirts, only togas and skirts and dresses for Iamos. I'm rambling a lot, and we're over time, and I should probably take us to the end stream card. It's been fun talking about this, though. Thank you for asking me about it. I love my model. It is the first one I ever made, and it was fun making it, and I'm really excited to make the next one on stream, whenever that will be. I think the lore drop I'm gonna do is gonna be Iamos, like, in character. So his origins before Elysium Fields. I think that will be interesting. I'll figure out what I want to do with that. I just need to like curb my ambition a little bit because I'm working on so much. I still have the Gundam video to do, and I don't know I'm gonna make my promise of doing it by the end of the month. But we'll see. Thank you for coming. It's been a lot of fun. I swear to you this time I will do the Green Path parkour off stream. I swear it this time. It will be done by next week. And I'll let you know if there was a charm at the end. I'll record it, and if anything interesting happens, I will put it up on the YouTubes. I have to do my shoutouts. What are my shoutouts? Oh, brain, don't fail me now. You can follow me here on Twitch, YouTube. Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter are all... Oh no, I added another one. God damn it. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, and Blue Sky. You can find me all at Iamos the Satyr on all platforms. I also have a VODs channel on YouTube that is linked in the About page below. All VODs are posted the following Sunday of the stream. If I do a Tuesday stream, they are posted on the following Friday of that stream. You can keep up with my schedule on Twitter, Blue Sky. I have a Discord. I am also in the Elysium Fields Discord. You can also follow the Elysium Fields VTubing on Twitter to hear about the group projects. What else What else? Next week is just a Thursday stream. I will not be on Tuesday. So we will be back for more Hollow Knight next week. Oh, I feel like I'm forgetting things. My brain. I think that's it for announcements. I hope so. If I forget, I'll just say it next week. It's fine. I don't need to do all the things. Drink water, take your meds if you haven't yet today, eat some good food, get some good sleep, take care of yourselves, and I will see you all next Thursday. Have a great week. Enjoy the lovely summer weather, at least in the Northern Hemisphere. And I will see you all next time. Bye.